As we are studying the Russian Revolution. The Russian Revolution not taken place in a one event. This is the series of events, different revolutions, different di- difficulties occurred in the country, and in that difficult time, how people reacted. That all is the part of Russian Revolution. The Russian Revolution starts with the Revolution 1905. How the Revolution 1905 started, we will see here. What was the revolution? The 1905 we will study in this point. As you have studied from the earlier point, Russia was an autocracy. The Tsar was autocrat. He was the not subject of the parliament. He alone, he own, was free to take the decisions. There was no any control on the decision of Tsar. No challenge for his decision. That is why it is called Russia was ruled by an autocrat. He was not subject of the parliament. No parliament was there, also no control on this autocrat. But liberals wanted to end this state of affairs. The liberals in the Russia were interested or asked the control on the state affairs, the end of this autocracy. That is why these people campaigned also, worked also. Liberals made campaigns differently to aware about the liberalism in the Russia or to control the state affairs or autocrat. Together with the democrats and socialist revolutionaries, they worked with peasants and workers during the revolution of 1905, which demanded a constitution. The liberals worked with the social democrats, social revolutionaries, and peasants. These all came together in 1905 and demanded the constitution which controls the monarch. Constitutional monarchy you have studied in the French Revolution. In that same way, the constitution, these liberals were asked, interested to establish in a Russia also. They were supported in the empire by nationalists. These people got support by the nationalists and Muslim dominated area by Zadirists who wanted modernized Islam to lead their socialists. In this way, the liberals got support from other people also. How they worked together by taking support by all strata of the society. In this way, the revolution in 1905 started in the Russia. This was the background for the revolution 1905. Prices of essential goods rose quickly by 1904, that the real wages declined. One hand, the essential goods prices increased, and other hand, the wages were declined. It was difficult for the laborers or people to survive in this difficult time. The year 1905 was a particularly bad one for Russian workers. This year was not good for the Russian workers. Why it was not good? One hand the prices of essential goods were rose, and other hand the real wages were declined by 20%. So automatically it made effect. The membership of workers association rose dramatically. These workers became members of the associations. What happened due to it? When four members of the Assembly of Russian Workers, which had been formed in 1905, were dismissed at the Putilov Iron Works. During this time, four members of the Putilov Iron Works were dismissed. Already there was a crisis. These people were suffering. They were suffering to survive. In that situation, the four members of this association, that is the Association of Russian Workers, these four members dismissed. They removed from their work. They were working in the Putilov Iron Works. They were dismissed. There was call off for industrial action. So other called off due to this industrial action. Over the next few days, over 1,10,000 workers in St. Petersburg went on strike demanding a reduction in the working day to 8 hours, an increase in wages and improvement in working conditions. to support this action to support the workers, those who were dismissed here, to show the sympathy. This 110,000 workers went on a strike in the St. Petersburg. A large number of people went on the strike. It means many industries closed down. The demand of these workers or the demonstrators were reduction of the working hours. The working hours were near of 15 hours. It was very exploiting, so these workers were demanding reduction of this working day till 8 hours and increase in wages. The wages should be increased. The working conditions were bad, so these people were demanding improvement in the working conditions. Cause of this one, these people went on a strike. The picture, on slide you are looking. This is the picture of Father Gapon. The Father Gapon led the procession which went on the Winter Palace in the St. Petersburg. What happened with him or with this procession we are going to see. Just look the picture. He led the procession which went to the Winter Palace. When the procession of workers led by Father Gapon reached the Winter Palace, it was attacked by the police and the Cossacks. This is the reserve force in the Russia. The procession attacked by the Cossacks and the police. Over 100 workers were killed and about 300 wounded. Near of 100 workers were killed and 300 were wounded. The procession was attacked by the police and Cossacks. The incident known as a Bloody Sunday. This incident is known as the Bloody Sunday. Started a series of events that became known as the 1905 revolution. Strikes took place all over the country and universities. The strikes took place as a reaction. What happened at the Winter Palace? At the Winter Palace, the procession was attacked by the police and the Cossacks, and in there was reaction throughout the country to this event. Strikes took place all over the country and universities closed down when student bodies staged walkout complaining about the lack of civil liberties. The universities closed down. Students also went on a strike. There was blame, complaints about the government. There is a lack of civil liberties. Lawyers, doctors, engineers, and other middle class workers established the Union of Unions and demanded a constituent assembly. All strata of the society asked for the constituent assembly. This was called the Bloody Sunday, the incident which taken place at the Winter Palace. It was took place on the Sunday. That is why this is called Bloody Sunday. And the blood was shed here. 100 workers were killed. So blood was shed here. That is why this is called Bloody Sunday. The Tsar allowed the creation of an elected consultative parliament, that is the Duma. Tsar allowed the creation of an elected consultative parliament or Duma. For a brief while during the revolution, there existed a large number of trade unions and factory committees made up of factory workers. After 1905, most committees and unions worked unofficially. Since they were declared illegal, severe restrictions were placed on political activities. The Tsar dismissed First Duma within 75 days. The Tsar dismissed First Duma. He was not interested to make someone question for him. So he dismissed First Duma within the 75 days and announced the election for the second Duma. The second Duma also dismissed within 3 months. He did not want any questioning of his authority or any reduction in his power. He changed the voting laws and packed the third Duma with conservative politicians. Liberals and revolutionaries were kept away. In this way, the Tsar control on the Duma. Duma was dismissed again and again with the help of conservative. He established again his own power in the Russia. This incident was known as the Bloody Sunday, or this revolution is called the 1905 revolution. This was the starting of the Russian Revolution in the Russia. How it came in end, we will see in the further part.